Hello everyone, this is Carla here today with a awesome project slash announcement. So this is a mini album that I created, and this is for Gina's Designs, and I will put the link below for the mini album you see here and all of the things I used on it. And this is also a brand new design team project for Kitty's Scrap Post. So I will be with Louisa and her awesomely talented team for 3 months, and we will see what happens after that. So I'm so excited. So let me just jump right in. This is the cutout mini album from Gina's Designs, and she has several themes. This is the steampunk one, and you can see all of the gorgeous images, the hot air balloon, the clock gears, the birds. So what I did here was I had metal clocks in my stash, and I just glued them here and there. So I will zoom in so you could see that. So you can just see, I didn't put it everywhere, but in most spots. And then I made a really pretty bow out of some seam binding that I had. Sorry. And so it's just white seam binding, and I dyed it just some neutral colors. And I like to do that with big batches, and then I just have them on hand. So the mini album has about 5 or 6 pages, and so what I did was the first page and the overlay with the cutout you see here, I glued them together after I did all my techniques. So I'm going to put a link to the blog, which has the step-by-step written process for this, if you prefer that. But basically what I did was I put an acrylic gesso, and this is the one that I use. I think I got this at Walmart. And with a foam brush, I just pounced all over to give it texture, and I switched the brush around to give it different, just putting it in different directions so that all of the lines weren't going in one direction. And then I sprayed it some metallic-y colors, but the lighter metallic, so silvers, some gold, and I'll zoom in again. So hopefully you can see the background has quite a bit of texture going on. And then the overlay part, I sprayed it with a dark chocolatey copper spray. And I really love how it turned out. The overlay really jumps out this way. I even toyed around with the idea of making the background darker and then the overlay lighter, but in the end this way won. So hope you guys like it too. Then I had this little metal handle in my stash, and I adhered it here. I just thought that was a fun little touch. So let me go ahead and open it and get started. So the papers are all from Kitty's Scrap Post, and this is the Vintage Garden, and I'll put a link below with a link directly to this paper line. It's so pretty, and I like how it went with the steampunk theme. It wasn't obviously steampunk, but just that vintage look that I was looking for with the browns. And so you can just see here, so it's got this beautiful vintage garden-y paper, and then here's a swirl frame with a butterfly. This is from Gina's Designs, and I sprayed it with the same metallic brown spray. Actually, I have it right here. Let me just show you that. So here it is. It's a Starburst spray from Lindy's Stamp Gang, and the color is Cocoa Bean Copper. So it's a chocolate brown, but it dries this metallic color. See how it's pulled at the bottom? It's gorgeous, but it will get all over your fingers, so just prepare yourself for that. So I didn't paint this first or anything. I just immediately sprayed on it. And then there was a lot left on my craft mat, so I just used the other frames to just soak up the color, and it was enough for all of the frames. So there's the one frame, and then I added a clock gear here and there, and then here are some more journaling cards that are part of the Vintage Garden collection. And then here's the next page. The binding that I used here, it was 1 inch wide by 6 3/4 long. Yeah, because it's 7 1/4 this way, and then 6 3/4 this way. So I just made my hinge an inch thick and scored it down the center. Sorry. You know what I mean. My brain is all over the place. Okay. So here's the next page. I absolutely love this paper. I love the bird. And the flowers, they're just so, so pretty. I'm just trying to zoom in so you can get a good view. Okay. And you can just see how it has the background with the little dots, and it's just distressed, and I love it. Pardon the appearance, the glue is still drying. So you can see this beautiful frame. I love the swirls. It's so feminine, and this copper spray is just working very well for these colors. I'll put the links to all of the frames I used, but I do have the bags here, so let me just see if I can find that one real quick. So I used the Flourish Frame Sienna. I used, this one is the Flourish Frame Sienna Mini, and I also used, so this one is the Scribble Frame Dragonfly. Okay. Scribble Frame Dragonfly. Then this one's the Flourish Frame Sienna Mini. And then you turn the page. More journaling spots, by the way, from the Vintage Garden. Yep, more journaling cards with clock gears. And this paper was so, so pretty. I love it. I just love the texture. I love that so much. So it's definitely got rose. Let me zoom in. Hope you can see that. It's little teeny tiny roses. And you can just see it. I didn't do anything. The only thing I did do was I used this beige colored cardstock. I didn't use white because I did want it to be even more vintage looking. Yes, I know I have to get my nails done. And then this is a gorgeous little dragonfly that I use. This is from Gina's Designs. I do have the bag somewhere over here. Let's see. I'm just gonna have to include that in the description, but it's in a kit of other dragonflies, and they're all different. What I did to this one is I sprayed it with some metallic-y sprays. You can also paint it. And then I used a texture paste from Shimmerz, the graphite one. So I'll put those items also in the description box for you guys. Isn't that so pretty with all of the details? And when this glue dries, it's just going to be out of this world. Okay, so let me, okay, next page. Okay, so this frame is the Flourish Frame Sienna. So this is the regular size, and the other one is the mini. So there's the mini, and there's the mommy. So you can see how it's sprayed. I love it. And this paper, I think this is my favorite paper from the collection, or at least, well, I like them all. I can't pick. And then here's a couple more journaling spots. And then the back, I just sprayed it with that same spray. So this is the mini album that I made. You could easily transform, like if you don't want to make this an actual mini album, you don't have to do the binding or anything. You can just, with your crocodile, you can make some holes. As long as you line them up and make the holes on the same page, you can just put metal rings through it. With the papers, you could print off several copies of each one and make this into a junk journal. You could buy, well, you could just take plain printer paper and add it in there also if you coffee dyed it. I mean, there's so many things you can do. Of course, I had some of these clock gears on hand. I really don't remember where I got these, and I don't want to give credit to the wrong store, but I had those, and I had some of these little metal keys. So you can see there's a key up here. just play around with it. There's also a lot of other themes that Gina's has, like there's a Parisian one, there's all kinds of themes, so I encourage you to go check that out. And then Louisa, who has Kitty's scrapbook, Kitty's scrap post, sorry, she has a steampunk line of papers, so if you wanted it to be more steampunk to go with this theme, there is that option, but I wanted to go for the vintage look. So all right, I know that's a lot of details, and I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Let me know what you think, and I hope to hear some comments from you guys. I really appreciate you watching and just letting me know what you're up to with your crafting, and it means so much to me, you guys, really, just that you take the time to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to everyone soon. Bye-bye.